Hello. A friend of mine asked if I would do a stretch video, and I always need to stretch. So I thought, of course, we're going to do some dynamic stretching and static stretching. There's so many different ways. Some people say static's better, some say dynamic's better. It depends on what you want to achieve and how your body feels. Do what feels the best for you. I like both. I think that a functioning body should be very mobile and very strong. And I feel like those work together to make you as mobile as possible. If you're a sprinter, you might not want to do as much static because it's not maybe as benefit to you to stretch those muscles and ligaments and makes your explosiveness a little bit less quick. But now that I'm older and I have not stretched for many years, I was a gymnast for 10 years, and I was very strong and very mobile. And then I continued to bike and run and swim and do all those forward motions without stretching. And I lost a lot of my mobility. So I'm trying to get back there. And I think it's really important to have both of those. It allows you to do a lot of other things. Now that I'm starting to get some of that mobility back, I'm doing some more gymnastics and climbing and ninja. So you're able to get back there. I'm not as flexible. Some of you will be way more flexible than me. If you are, keep going, keep that flexibility, keep that mobility. If you're stiff like me, keep working at it. We're going to get better, and you might even have a harder time than I do. So we're going to start with a little bit of a march, and one arm goes back, little arm circles. Keep your arms nice and straight. Bring your arm up and over, and then forward. Get our bodies a little warmed up. Other arm back, stretch up and back and forward. Both arms backwards. Try to keep them straight. Push up through those shoulders and forwards. And then just for a little bit of a brain teaser, if you can, opposite directions. One way and then opposite the other. All right, I have a yoga strap. You can use a jump rope. You can use anything that you'd like. We're just going to do 4 lunges. You're going to have your arms straight, pushing up and back. So lunge, push back, open those shoulders. Other side. Let's do a couple more of those. Push. One more set, one more on each side. Up and push back. Other side. And then now with your yoga strap, if you can, arms really straight. Push those shoulders up and behind. Let's do that 5 times. Super straight arms. This is 2, 3, 4, one more, and 5. If you can, sneak those hands a little bit closer. Let's see if we can do 3 more. 1, it might be just a little bit closer. 2, if this hurts, don't do it. If it's uncomfortable, that's okay, but I don't want any pain. Now we're going to get a little bit of the hips. Go ahead and put that down for a second. We will come back to that. You can have your hands on your hips or opposite arm and leg. You're just going to swing that leg back and forth. I just went for a pretty hard trail run, so my body's really tight right now. It's a good thing to stretch. Now you're going to go side to side. Your arms help you counterbalance. And then hands on your hips, just opening that hip. Try not to let that hip come out on the other side. Just open and close. Other side. There's a little bit of yoga in this. I am not a yoga master. Did take it for a couple of years. But all of you yogis that are super impressive, keep doing it. Side to side. Hands on your hip, open and close. One more. All right. Grab your strap. We're going to try to work on our ankles and our hips and our shoulders. We're going to go all the way down into a squat, all the way. Because I have a little inflexibility in my hips and my ankles, I spread my feet out and I turn my feet out a little bit. My heels are on my mat, my toes are on the floor. That's what I have to do. Arms overhead. You're going to try to get all the way down. Try to keep those heels on the floor. Keep that back as straight as you can. Stretch up and then straighten those legs. You can round your back a little bit. Straighten your back. Bend your knees. Go back up. Get those hamstrings. We're going to go back down to that squat. Here we go. Right here. And then up, round, straighten that back, bend those knees, back up. And let's go ahead and do a little bit of a sideways twist, getting that torso a little bit. I am pivoting my foot. I don't want to hurt your knee. Get that back open a little bit. And take this strap. This is the last thing we're going to use for now. Behind you, your hands are a little bit closer. Go forward. Back is nice and straight. When you do your twist with your back, it's nice to have it straight. When it's rounded, that's when you can press those discs. And just a slight twist side to side. If this hurts, don't do that. And one last stretch. And go ahead and come up. All right, go ahead and put your band to the side. We're going to walk let's get our wrists first on your knees. Spread your fingers out. Get that weight right over those wrists. Stretch those out before we go downward dog and planks. Other direction. Put them out to 90 degrees. Same thing. Spread those fingers. Really roll over those wrists. Wrist mobility is really important. We don't do it very often unless you do gymnastics or something like that. Climbing. Fingers behind you. Sit back on those very gently. This time your palms are facing up, fingers towards you. Super gentle on this, only as far as you're comfortable. Sitting back a little bit. Then you're going to make a fist. Palms are facing each other. And you're just going to roll those fists back and forth. And from here, let's get our Achilles and our ankles a little bit. Trying to get those heels down to the floor. Roll your ankles in each direction. Really roll them out. Walk your hands out a little bit. Push through those shoulders. Downward dog. Really push. Open those shoulders. Feel those calves, your gastroc, your Achilles. Take one leg. Just twisting in that lower back. Really stretch and open that hip up. Bring that leg in between your hands. Get a little bit of a twist. You can go in one direction, your choice, and then the other direction. Back to downward dog. Push through. Other side. Same thing. Open up. Other side. Let's do that one more time on each side. Back to that downward dog. First leg. It's up to you what side you want to twist first. Last time, downward dog. Push through, one side. And other side. Let's go ahead, downward dog one more time. Push through, down, and very slowly rocking side to side. If you can straighten your arms, great. If not, that's okay. Little upward dog. And then you're going to lay down, arms out to the side. If you can, opening those hips, bringing that leg over to the side. Should feel a little bit of a shoulder stretch, hip flexor, lower back. Relax your head. I have AirPods in, so I can't really put my head down. And then take your back arm, pull it through very gently, rolling onto your stomach. Other side. Arms out flat. Twist. Bring that arm through. And onto your knees. On your knees. Hands behind you. We're going to start on the mat. Go ahead and lift up. Open those shoulders. Feel that in your quads and your shoulders. Try to get those shoulders down and back. And come back down. Now, one hand on one heel, lifting up and over. Other side, same thing. One more time on each side. Other side. Go ahead into a shoulder stretch. Back is straight. Pushing through those shoulders as much as you can. Then we're going to go back into camel. You're going to grab both your heels. Extend forward. And then back to that shoulder stretch. Do that one more time. And back. Open up. Back to shoulders. And let's lay on our backs. If you have a yoga strap, great. If not, anything will work. You can use a jump rope. You can use a band. You can put it here. If you have a yoga strap, go ahead and loop your foot in. Bring that leg up. Leg is nice and straight. Point and flex that foot. Feel the difference when you point through the top of your shins and when you flex all the way through the back of your leg. Take a couple deep breaths. As you breathe out, try to get that leg a little closer. Now you're going to push, you're going to engage these hamstrings. Push that band down for 20 seconds. Engage those hamstrings as hard as you can. Keep pushing. You have 10 seconds. Push as hard as you can. You're contracting that muscle, and then we're going to relax and go farther. Okay, relax. Take a deep breath. As you breathe out, get that leg a little bit closer. Now, opposite hand and arm, or opposite hand and leg. Bring that across your body. Both shoulders on the mat. Head goes the opposite way of your leg. And breathe. Slowly bring that back up. Other direction. Hips face the ceiling. Try not to roll your hips. It doesn't matter how far that leg goes. Feel a nice stretch. Gently and slowly. Switch legs. We'll go to the other side. One leg is straight on the floor, the other one straight up. Point and flex that foot. Take a couple deep breaths. As you breathe out, try to get a little farther up. Now press, engage those hamstrings right now. 20 seconds, engage them as hard as you can. Push down on that strap. Slowly and gently release. See if you can get that leg a little closer to your chest. Bring it across your body. You can stay in any of these positions as long as you would like. the other direction. And gently let go. We're still going to work on those muscles. We're kind of going in between different muscle groups, doing a different one, then coming back to an original one. We're going to go back to shoulders. We're going to do a bridge. Couple options. You can be here, rolling your shoulders behind you, going as high as you can, or hands go back here and pulling up. I am not as flexible. It's really hard for me, but I'm still going to try to do a bridge this way. You want to try to push through your shoulders. If you can, get your legs straight, feet all the way down, heels on the mat, pushing through your shoulders, not your lower back. Mine still goes in my lower back because my shoulders aren't there yet. I'm going to put my arms by my ears. Press up. And I'm going to try to push through those shoulders. All right. Grab your knees. Stretch that back out. We have one more. Get ready. And up. And down. Grab those knees. Stretch that back out. Okay. Forward bend. Sitting forward bend. We're going to see where we are now. I'll try it again at the end. Grab one of your feet if you can. With your legs straight, try to pull the heel off the mat. You're going to feel that in your gastroc, in your hamstring, a little bit of ankle. Let that one go. Other side, same thing. Slowly lean forward. You can point your toes, you can flex them. Hold for a couple seconds. We're going to come back to this. And up. Starting with our hips, we're going to go through all three split with our legs, all three splits. I like to start with my hip flexors and my glutes. So try to have both sit bones on the mat, opposite elbow and knee, straight back, just to giving it a nice little twist. And then my foot goes on my knee, gently trying to bring this knee down. If you're a lot more flexible than this, which is not that hard, keep your back straight and try to lean forward as far as you can and hold. I have very tight side glutes. So we're getting hip and glutes right now. Take a couple deep breaths. Slowly and gently come out to the other side, cross over. Little twist here. Foot on top of your knee. Just trying to get that knee gently down. I can feel it right here. It's hard as a rock on the side there. If you can, try to bring those arms forward. Hopefully your back is straighter than mine. And breathe. I can feel my muscles tensing up. They want me to stop. Take a deep breath, relax, and try to go a little deeper into that stretch. Your muscles can't contract and stretch at the same time. Gently and slowly come out. We're going to go on to hip flexors. One leg forward. Watch that your knee is not all the way over your toe. So open right here. Kind of rock gently back and forth. You get a little deeper stretch, getting that elbow next to your knee. And if you can, curl your back toe underneath. Lift that back leg a little bit straighter. And really feel that hip flexor stretching. You can always have your knee down. Straighten that leg. We're going to get our hamstrings. Point your toe at first. Bring those toes back towards you. You should feel that all the way underneath here. You have 3 hamstrings. With that leg really straight, Twist your legs side to side, getting through all those hamstrings. Or you have 3 muscles that make up the hamstring. Go ahead, go forward, straighten that again. Oh, they're so tight. If you can, grab your back leg. If you can with both hands, that's great. Which one is fine. You can hold onto a wall. We're going to get our quad, the quad back, your back leg quadricep. Slowly and gently, if you would like. I can't go all the way down anymore, but I'm working on it. Take a deep breath and try to go down as far as you can. You do not have to do these. My hamstrings are so tight. Take a deep breath. You can rock back and forth. If you can, try to walk your hands back a little bit more. Try to center your weight right in the middle. Take a deep breath. We're going to hold this for a little bit. As they start to loosen, it'll go down a little bit farther. What we can do now is try to get your front heel and your back top of your foot. Dig it into the floor as hard as you can, engaging those muscles again. Get ready and go. Try to press your legs down to the ground as hard as you can. Gently release. See if you can go a little lower. Oh, it works. And breathe. Slowly and gently come out. We're going to go to frog stretch. Hips are right over, right here. A lot of times they say you should not work on your middle splits. Do what's comfortable for you. I have found that it actually helps my mobility a lot, so I enjoy doing that. It's to the point where it hurt to do cartwheels, and I want to get my aerial back. So for me, mobility is a big issue. Lean forward, trying to get those hips to the floor, and then try to sit back as far as you can. And see if you can open a little wider. Here's where you would go into your middle splits. We won't do that right now, but if you want to stop the video and try to hold your middle splits, you're more than welcome to do that. Slowly and gently come out of that one. We're going to go to the other side splits. So working those hip flexors right here. Go ahead and go forward. Try not to arch your back too much. You can rock back and forth. Get that elbow close to your hand if you can. A little deeper stretch. Back toe curls up. Lift that leg up if you can. And then stretch those hip flexors out. Drop that back knee forward. Oh, it's tight. Point your toe. Flex your toe. That leg really straight. Twist that leg side to side. Lean forward. Again. Stretch back. And gently and slowly, this is going to be a little painful today, down and breathe. I find a little run before I stretch works well. A big run, not as much. Take a couple deep breaths. Rock back and forth through those. 20 seconds. We're going to press both those legs into the floor. Get ready and go. Engage those muscles. 10 more seconds. Take a deep breath. See if you can get down a little farther. See if you can get your hands back a little bit. And breathe. Slowly and gently come out. Let's go back to our shoulder stretch, and then we're going to do a lat stretch. Pushing through here. Now you're going to go about 45 degrees to the side. Knees and hips are facing forward still. You're going to get this whole side right here. Off to the side, feel that stretch right there. I actually love this stretch. And other side, same thing. And gently and slowly come up. The last thing we could do, pigeon real quick. I do have some knee issues, so I'm going to do my best. One leg goes forward. See if you can get your body all over. If you can get your foot out to the side, that's even better. The farther out you are in a 90, the more of a stretch, but don't hurt yourself. Slowly and gently move forward, relax. You are right on top of your hips. And go over to one side, stretch. Other side, stretch. If you're able at this point to grab your back leg, you can grab your back leg and get a little more of a stretch. Gently release. We'll try to go the other side. You get the idea. On front. Over to the side. Over to the other side. If you can grab that back leg, go ahead. If you can grab it with both hands, that's even better. Next one, pancake. We're almost done. This is one I've lost so much mobility on, and I'm really working on getting it back, but I have a long way to go. So you're in a straddle. It doesn't really matter how wide that straddle is. You're going to just slowly and gently, with your back as straight as possible, lean forward. Sometimes you can flex your feet and hold on to those feet, and I try to squeeze my shoulder blades together and lean forward. Now, if you're trying to learn press handstands again, like I am, you can also do some leg lifts here. I'll leave that up to you. But after that, go ahead and grab either your toes, your big toe, or the insides of your feet. Try to get those knees down as far as you can, stretching right here. And then gently and slowly, see if you can straighten those legs. Try to keep your back flat on the mat. Eventually getting those shoulders, if you can, on the mat. Opening as wide as you can and hold. Gently and slowly come out. We'll do that one more time. Into that straddle. Leaning forward, trying to keep your back as straight as you can. You can reach forward. Hold right here. And then come back. We'll do one more of these. Push down. Gently and slowly open. Hold. Gently and slowly come out. And then you can check. See if you can go a little farther in this one. Shake those legs out. Stretch. Try to get that back as straight as you can. And reach. And then just quickly, won't take too much time. Go ahead and put your feet a little bit hip width, a little wider than hip width. Go ahead and let your knees touch. Have your palms facing up. And just relax here for a minute. See where you still feel tight or where you feel like it's helped. Take a couple deep breaths. You can stay here for the rest of the day if you'd like. And roll over. Slowly and gently come up. And let me know what you liked, what you didn't, if any of this helped. Thanks a lot. Bye.